What's up, Libra? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this, do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out the channel. If you are new here, on this channel we combine tarot and channeling with the universal law of assumption, consciousness, manifesting, to look into your situation with a specific person and tweak it or shift it should you want to. So if that is something that you like, then you can stick with me. It's also what I do in my private sessions, so the link is in the description box of the video if you're interested in that. If you want a more traditional psychic or a tarot reader, I've also put links to affiliates in my description box too. And now we're going to do a check-in, guys. Libra, the person on your mind, how do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? And then a projected potential. And why do I say projected potential? One, because universal law of assumption, my tarot readings on this channel are check-in points into one version of you, Libra, and a specific person that you have selected and manifested out of the infinite that are available right now in this actual given moment, okay? Creation is finished. Everything exists all at once. Your desires are meant for you. Everyone is you pushed out. So if you would like this differently, circumstances do not matter. All it would require is a shift in you, Libra, your state of consciousness, your identity, the version of you that you're being, and a reselection through your focus, your perspective, your dominant thoughts and assumptions pushed out. Okay, so if you're interested in knowing more, I've also put together a course called Shifted that takes you through all the fundamentals, also practical application, and how it would even apply to your specific person. I also like to give you tips as I read. There's also lots of great content out there online if you're interested in checking it out and applying it, okay? All right, Libra, the person on your mind, how are they feeling about you? Four of Pentacles, they'll kind of maybe want to hold on to you, but there's been something, also a feeling of like lack of clarity. The Moon card, things seem unclear. There also could be some insecurity. The Moon card can be like, is there secrets? Four of Pentacles, founded or unfounded, because the Moon card can be our fears. But let's just take a look, okay? Yeah, Two of Pentacles, Libra. The World card, Four of Pentacles had to come out. So something about insecurities around back and forth, a little bit of uncertainty. Now, for some of you, travel and distance is a factor. This could also be a person where there's a lot of holding on to one another, but it's been back and forth in the recent perceived past, in the version that we are reading into, guys. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading, guys. And if it is, I read in a certain way to help you shift it if you want to. But the Four of Pentacles here, it's like there could be this kind of insecurity due to, yeah, lack of clarity, back and forth, back and forth. Also, there could be suspicion. Are there other options or choices? Because Two of Pentacles can be juggling, okay? If you're with someone that's at a distance, or you're dealing with someone that's at a distance, that could be the question. Holding on, but maybe a bit of this like holding back from one another, and then uncertainty, okay? Yeah, Three of Cups is in the reverse. So that can be, guys, the question of whether there's other energies around and an insecurity around that. And for some of you, Three of Cups in the reverse, yes, that can be an actual triangle. Don't take it if it's not your story. It tends to be third-party energy, though. That's why I said there's a bit of back and forth, founded or unfounded. There's this kind of, okay, like, what's going on here, okay? Because we've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. This is confusion, okay? Are there other cups around? Mixed energy, back and forth. And then the Eight of Wands means it could go a bit stop-start in communication. This is also about air travel. So again, there could be an insecurity that's triggered by distance. Let's see what this Four of Pentacles is, because that could be jealousy issues, guys. Let's have a look. King of Swords, Libra. Okay, so this is about wanting to get clear or honest out of confusion. And I saw that Moon card, so it seems to be that things have not been very clear. And maybe there is a wanting to talk, but sometimes there's a holding back on communicating because there's this confused energy. Two of Cups, I mean, we'd have to go from the Seven of Cups to the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is relationships. It's also soul connection. But what does this King of Swords want to say? Page of Wands. I mean, some of you may be getting a reach out in this moment, in this check-in. This reading says, you know, is telling me that they may want to reach out. They may be flirty with you. There also could be some, you know, insecurities. Are you flirting with other options or vice versa? But the King of Swords is the truth speaker, so there may be a conversation coming through. Nine of Cups, definitely been pleasure and fun between the two of you. You know, maybe you're going to get a drunk text or something. 9 of Cups is indulgent. So maybe there's this feeling of back and forth and insecurity. And, you know, third party energy also in the reverse, that could be also, you know, friends or other people in the mix that kind of cause a lot of insecurity and confusion. There could be this assumption that, you know, someone's being overindulgent. I mean, I have a King of Wands here. So attraction, chemistry, desire, no doubt, Page of Wands, flirtation, but questions around, you know, is the connection a priority? Are there other energies? Something like that. We've got the Magician card, and then we've got the 10 of Wands, and then we've got 5 of Pentacles in the reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this can go a little bit cold, and maybe for those of you for whom this reading is, it could feel a little bit cold at the moment, okay? In this moment. Now, the 10 of Wands means that something's weighing on the connection, and I would say it's this confused energy, lack of clarity, maybe some jealousy issues. And so they are trying to, Magician card is manifest, guys. You know, in the end of the day, you're the king or queen manifested that you pushed out. So we're going to look at what you're focused on and how we can shift this. But they are trying to manifest, I guess, you know, to come out of the cold with you. And whatever's been weighing on this situation, and some insecurities when it comes to maybe, you know, the feelings that haven't been very clear. And, you know, this cold energy. I mean, we've got a Hierophant card. So look, it seems to be like marriage, traditional values, etc. seems to be a thing, but Knight of Pentacles can tell me that this feels very slow going in terms of getting it to that place or being on the same page. And I'm just saying that because 3 of Cups in the reverse and this confused energy, it just seems to be that there's some muddled. Maybe it's back and forth about taking things to the next level, back and forth about really committing to the situation. A small portion of you, there's back and forth because something needs to be closed out around third party energy. It's a triangle. If you're in the camp Libra where you have a triangle, it's one version of reality. I know that people that aren't familiar with universal law and consciousness and awareness are gonna, you know, not understand, but all you need to do is step into version of Libra where you're chosen and you have the person and everything moves, including third parties. So you just don't keep them in your awareness. If it's confusing and mixed, or it feels like someone's slow to commit, you just need to go to your end in the now. I'm version of Libra that always gets the commitment. This person's absolutely committed to me. Anything that's a perceived condition, you just need to throw it out the window, basically, with focus. Identity, I am that I am. I'm the version of Libra. How's the person? This is how they are. This is what they think and feel. This is what they want. And it's got nothing to do with manipulation, guys. Detach from that, step into version of Libra that has it, okay? It's kind of how it works. So let me see with you, Libra, Virgo, Gemini energy, Taurus energy. So yeah, it's feeling a bit like you could have been connected to this person for a while. It seems to just go a little bit back and forth, and then yes, there's insecurity. So how do you, oh my gosh, I just said back and forth, and then we've got 2 of Pentacles right there. Back and forth, Libra. Possibly again, are there other options? Is this connection a priority? So how do you feel about this person? I mean, work-life balance also could be a thing, you know. 2 of Pentacles, money in versus money out. So not really feeling very ready to commit to the situation, or losses financially that are affecting the connection and burdening the connection. Because Magician card's on top of the 2 of Pentacles. So, you know, someone could be trying very hard to manifest more balance to, you know, in their own life, like financially. Let's see you, Libra. How do you feel about this person? Devil. Okay, there could be lots of attraction, but maybe, you know, devil can be temptation. It also can be fear. I said that there seems to be a lot of insecurities here. Now, Libra, it's always going to be like, for those that want to adopt what I'm saying, like people you pushed out. So if you feel like there's a bit of a dynamic here that's triggering a fear or an insecurity, or I don't like to say toxic, I'm saying for those that want it, if you feel like there's some stuff going on, like a toxic third party, or you've been going round and round and back and forth and it's feeling toxic because you're not liking this version, then we just need to, like I said, just detach. Otherwise, if we keep refocusing, then we get the same thing, and that's frustrating. Yes, you don't feel very successful. You don't feel like this person's really like validating you, it looks like. Page of Pentacles still maybe seeing opportunity. Maybe you want this person to come in and give you some kind of an offer. Knight of Pentacles, like Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So this is like long, slow and steady connection. You know, maybe you do have the long-term vision with this person, but it's feeling slow and you're feeling maybe not validated, not very successful. Maybe you feel like what this person offers is just a little. I mean, Knight of Pentacles is also caution, so maybe sometimes this makes you feel insecure. There seems to be a bit of a theme here. I'm going to get oracles as well to understand what's going on. Yeah, but 8 of Wands in the reverse from 2 different decks. Something happens, like either it goes cold, stop start, maybe there's silent treatment, because that Devil card, like there could be some frustration. Maybe this is like a pattern, you know, like that's the toxicity, like frustration and then silent treatment, hot, cold. Why do I do that? It's like if you, Libra, if you want them to not go silent or to be more open, you would just be like, they blow up my phone 24/7. We have a great relationship. They're so communicative. If you feel like this is so slow to get it to where you want it to get to, then you're focused and you're aware of it being slow. You just need to be like, I got them. I have them. Amazing. They're perfect. They're showing up perfectly. Yeah, the Lovers card's in the reverse. So this is like strong connection, but something to do with not feeling very loved, not feeling very chosen. Okay. So then deal with that story. I'm always loved. Of course I'm chosen. That can be choices, guys. So for those of you where you feel like you're not the priority or there's some kind of a triangle, I've already told you they're not invited to the state now, the version of you that you're selecting. Okay, Queen of Swords, 3 of Cups in the reverse from a different deck, guys. Okay, guys, so some of you, you know, there's been King of Swords, Queen of Swords, so there's a wanting to meet, have a meeting of the minds, get on the same page. When they're in good energy, that's very diplomatic and honest and open, but it seems to be there's frustrations because 3 of Cups in the reverse. So there's at least in the, some of you, if you know that there's a third party in this one identity version state, then, you know, that's a thing. If there's suspicion around that and frustration or not, you know, then we also can just shift that. Like if you feel like, okay, if you focus too much on like, I'm not the chosen one, or this person's never going to show up and really pick me, then you're going to get more and more validation of it. If you're holding back on communicating, you feel like this person holds back, you're going to get validation on that they're, you know, not avoiding conversation, not communicating, not open enough, etc. I mean, there seems to be a conversation brewing. They're going to come in. I mean, there's like 3 of Cups in the reverse, so that could be, yeah, outside influence. So you don't feel validated. Queen of Cups in the reverse. I mean, sometimes it feels like the love's a little bit withdrawn. I mean, Queen of Cups in reverse also, Libra, is sort of like the codependent kind of a queen, like giving, you might feel like you're giving a lot outside yourself and not getting the validation, not getting it returned. So that's easily fixable, guys, because it's a perspective. So we don't need to worry about forcing. What we do is we go, no, they're so supportive. They're all about me. Of course they love me, but you know, you're validating that for yourself and you're projecting that outwards. Yeah, it seems to be triggering an aspect where you feel not loved, not chosen. Yeah, I mean, a portion of you, yeah, it's like, it's challenging a self-worth or a self-love issue. Now, I'm not telling you you're fucked up and you have to go dig around why. I'm telling you select version of Libra. No, I know that I am that I am. I'm the version of Libra that's totally lovable, amazing, perfect. That's what I go through in the course, guys, like getting you into that I am, and then choosing your identity, which is the version of you that, of course, has the love and is more than enough, etc. I mean, Page of Swords could be a bit of this sort of keeping an eye on one another, observation energy. You know, there just seems to be like questions. Are you playing around? Are you, you know, maybe it's also just like overindulgence that like triggers this thing. Like if you, Libra, feel like you want this person to be doting on you and not focused elsewhere, you can just be like, I'm their number one priority right now. I'm all they want. They're so focused on me. I'm the center of their world. I mean, just examples, guys. So thinking from the end, how would you think if that was the truth, which exists in the now? Knight of Swords, you have erratic communication with this person. I did say it's like it goes a bit stop, start, stop, start. I just want to get one on the Page of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're waiting for, you want the offer and you want the 10 of Cups. Okay, for those for whom this resonates. We've got a 9 of Cups over here, not a 10. So for some of you, there's been issues because 10 of Cups is house and home and family, but emotional fulfillment. So you might see this person as the ultimate, but there's issues here around, you know, doubting the success. And that's either because of, like I said, some kind of a triangle or interference or an assumption that someone's all fun and games and not really ready to, you know, come to the table and deliver. So if that's the case, Libra, like I said, completely within your control to just shift the way you're perceiving them and all of the shit that you don't like, because through awareness, you have a different experience. So we just have to, you know, manipulate your own perception, not them, okay? All right, yeah, old school. So how are they feeling? Replaying events over in their head. There's something you see here, Libra, date, getting back out there, setting it, you know, date online, meeting someone new. So there might be a lot of this suspicion, like, are you out and about? Are you going to meet someone new? You know, some of you, yeah, it might only be like dating and it hasn't progressed to this Hierophant card, or someone is still tied up with something and therefore hasn't been able to really commit. And then there's a lot of fear that the other one is they're gonna lose them. I don't know. I mean, let me see. Date, the snake, competition and enemy. That's what I'm saying, guys. Sorry if I sometimes and I'm not as articulate as I like to be, but you know, it's been a big day. The snake, competition and enemy. Also the other woman, look over your shoulder, key on a ring, options. So, you know, and this also says unconventional. Maybe someone wants something more conventional, another one doesn't. Religion and culture could be a factor. This also could just be, like I said, competition and enemy. There's a mutual feeling maybe that there's competition. So I would say, Libra, for you, regardless of what you want to do with this person, there's no fucking competition in my reality. I'm always chosen. That's who I am. Okay, and then you can shift and be like, no, of course they choose me. You understand? Look, wedding rings, union and marriage. So you can now see that, like, the cards confirm. There's also sunglasses, see Page of Swords. I told you there might be this observation energy. We've got watching, looking, perception, stalking. So they might always be checking each other out, or feeling like there's observation. Are there other energies? Is there competition? I mean, look, I did say, you know, Hierophant card is about wedding rings. It's about union and marriage. It's also soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. 10 of Cups, Lover's card in the reverse, okay? So that is soul connection. But there's all this fear around other people. And then we have, you know, this card, the addiction card. Well, some of you, that might be the case, the 9 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and I saw the Devil before, so that can be like temptation and overindulging. You can affirm that someone is totally, I mean, people have done it, guys. Like, you can affirm away, like, people are so healthy, they're showing up as their perfect version of self, they don't have any addictions. But this more so I'm getting is, remember I said there's something about the communication, possession and control, obsession and restraint. So this could go hot, cold, holding back, like silent treatment with one another and all that sort of stuff. And then we've got Coffee Cup, meeting and talking, building friendship. It could be a friends plus more thing, guys. Not yet like a full commitment. With love is coming. Have faith, struck by love. I mean, there is a reach out, a flirty thing coming through. So Libra, it's a little mixed. If you want to just get rid of all this kind of energy around competition, enemy, look over your shoulder, like, it's, you know, back and forth, hot, cold, totally within your control, they're still going to reach out to you, Libra, and there's a lot of observation energy. And I mean, if you're the one that wants like the everlasting love and the devotion, it's totally available. You just need to shift. And if you just want off this train and don't want this theme anymore, you also can do that for yourself. You understand, guys? Okay, Libra. I mean, I hope that resonated for some of you. I intend, in essence, that it guided some of you. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I'm going to check in with you in 2 weeks' time.